dolls! Okay, so in today's video I'm going to basically show you how you can restore your pony's mane from something super-de-duper frizzy and curly into something super-de-duper smooth and straight, kind of like little Thistle Whistle here. You can see how shiny and smooth this is, and like little Wisteria, hers is kind of silky and smooth and straight now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to take some pony's hair that is very frizzy and just worn, and we are going to restore the mane and tails. So obviously, first thing first, what you are going to do is you are going to take the pony's hair and just kind of lay it out, and you're just going to brush it. So I like to kind of try to go in sections. I pull a section of hair apart and then I start kind of at the bottom because that is obviously where the most tangle is going to be, and then I just kind of like work up like so, and then I pull another section if you can. If you can't pull the section, no worries, just kind of brush it all at once and then section it off later. I'm just going to go in and brush the hair like so, and you want to do the exact same thing with the mane. Then the next step is to get a towel and lay it down on whatever surface you are going to be working on, because we are going to be working with a little bit of water, so make sure you're on a surface with a towel just in case you get a little bit of water on whatever surface you're working on. Now at this point you're going to still need your brush, and you are going to need water. Just basic tap water is totally fine, and a straightener. And for your straightener, you're just going to want to turn it on to the lowest setting. The straightener I'm using is the Conair Infinity Pro. Sorry if you can't see, I'm doing this in kind of dark lighting. But it is the Infinity Pro by Conair, and I am using it on literally the setting that has the number 1 on it. It has a little turn dial right here, and it says it's red, so it is heated up. So I can use that now. And you can do this in the bathroom next to your sink or whatever, or just get a little mug or a cup full of water, which is what I like to do. So I set that to the side. We're just going to make sure the pony's hair is totally flat and brushed out just like we did before. And what you're going to do is dip your fingers in the water, whether it be in the sink or in the bowl or cup or whatever you have, and you're just gently going to start going over and dampening the pony's hair. And you don't want to submerge your pony's hair completely in the water because it's really bad for your straightener. You don't want soaked hair when working with this. You only want damp hair because it, like I said, it's really bad for your straightener to put drenched hair on the straightener. It could also cause burning and such, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to gently dampen, and then I'm going to brush through, and then we are going to start working on the next part. Now this part is completely and totally optional. I use this Frizz Ease stuff from John Frieda. You can get a huge bottle of this stuff at Walmart for around $6 or $7, I think is where I've seen it before. But again, this part is completely and totally optional. I just use this stuff because I find that it does smooth down the ends a little bit more. I actually use this on my own hair and it's amazing, but if you don't want to, you know, use product on just your ponies, then you can totally feel free to skip this step. I just use this stuff because I find that it works a little bit better on the hair and it keeps it straighter longer. So again, just making sure it's damp, and then I go through and spray 1 to 2 little squirts of this on here, and then on the tail as well, and then I just take my little brush and brush that through just like so. Okay, so I did turn on a light so maybe you guys can see a little bit better, but once your straightener is completely totally ready to go, then you just take somewhat of a small section of hair depending on how tangled or frizzy your pony's hair is. With this one I'm going to go a little bit of a smaller strand, about like so, if you can see, and then I'm just going to start at the top and work down, and you may hear a little bit of like sizzling, you may see a tiny bit of steam, but no worries because the pony's hair is not melting, as you can see. It's just because it's a little bit damp, so you will see a little bit of that dampness. You will see a little bit of that steam caused by a little bit of the dampness, and when you are doing this you will smell a little bit of a faint burning smell, But again, it's just because the pony's hair is damp. It's not actually singeing or burning or melting the hair at all. Just as long as you have it on the lowest setting, you should be okay. And you can go through and dampen as needed. So I'm just going through and straightening. And then as you go through, you can also take your brush and kind of just smooth it out. You can already see how it's instantly getting straighter and smoother and just a lot healthier looking. Though it is fake hair, it's still starting to look a little bit newer and cleaner and just a lot nicer. So I'm just going to go through and do the rest of the mane now.
Pony, smile, 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 fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is a smile, smile, smile from these happy friends of mine. Come on, every pony, smile, 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 fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is a smile, smile, smile from these happy friends of mine.
Alright, so you can see I got the mane finished, and you can also see how it has been frayed a little bit. There are a little bit of extra longer pieces at the bottom. So here what you can do is you can go in and just kind of trim those up a little and just kind of make all the hair either one length, or you can kind of just trim it into layers, however you particularly want the pony, or just whatever you see fit. I usually don't cut the hair, I just go through and trim the ends a little bit so they aren't so frayed. So there is the mane. As you can see, it is a lot nicer looking. It isn't so frizzy. I haven't done the tail yet, so you can see the difference between the mane and the tail. I will go ahead and lay her down so you can see a better comparison there. So here's the mane all finished, and then here's the tail that is still frizzy. You can see the ends are all frayed and just frizz, frizz, frizz city. And then here is the mane that has a little bit less of that extra frizz, but it is still super soft, super smooth, and just very, very beautiful. Now moving on to the tail, same exact process. Alright, so this is actually your finished product. You can see the tail and the mane are super straight, long, and luscious. And with my longer haired ponies, I do actually sometimes like to go in and braid the hair, whether it be just the mane or the tail and the mane. You can go in and braid their hair, and if you dampen it while it's actually braided and wait like 24 hours or so, when you take it out, it actually creates really pretty beachy waves in the longer haired ponies like this. So I do love to do that, and it is super adorable. So there you have it. There's how you get your pony's hair to be super soft, smooth, and straight. And if you wanted to curl them or something, you can also use a curling iron on the lowest setting. But I can't stress enough how much you have to, how important it is to keep your heat tools, your hot tools, on the lowest possible setting, because you will melt the pony's hair off because it is synthetic. It's not real human hair. It will melt because it is made of a plastic material. So with that being said, this one actually has tinsel in her hair, but this works for ponies with all hair types, even the G4s, G2s, G1s. They're all pretty much the same. So that is it for this My Little Pony mane and tail restoring tutorial. I hope this was helpful for some of you. If it was, go ahead and like this video up, and I will talk to you all in my next one. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. Okay, bye!